Hi, it's Laura from the Queen Stamp Castle. I wanted to share with you this diamond faceted box, and I was inspired by a fellow demonstrator, and her name is Jessica Winters, and she is out of Germany, or from Germany I should say, and she recently shared on Stampin' Up's homepage her project, and there's a picture with the dimensions and everything and the score lines, and I contacted her and I asked her if I could do a tutorial in inches, and she said she would love that. So here's my take on it. So on the inside I put some shredded paper and a Ferrero Rocher. So let's get started. For this project, you're going to need a piece of cardstock that measures 3 1/4 by 8 1/2, and I've pre-scored it at 13/16 of an inch. And because my tripod is giving me fits, I've already gone ahead and pre-punched and scored, but I'll show you how to do it step by step. And so you're going to put your cardstock in and line it up with this start line. And what I did is I went ahead and I scored along this horizontal line first, all the way across. Like that. And then I came back to the start line with your left edge right with this start line, and I gave it a punch. And I scored the triangle on both sides, and right here where it says side, I went from the score line, that 13/16 inch score line, down, and right here on the side I just made a little notch, and that's so when we go to slide the cardstock it'll line up with the start line, and we'll have a point to go to the next one. So I gave it a punch, and then I scored this triangle again on both sides, and then from the score line down and come over here and make a little notch, slide it down so that lines up with your start. This little notch lines up with the start line, and then I gave it a punch and I scored this triangle, and then from the score line down, and I made a notch here at the 13/6, or excuse me, the side line. Move that down one more time, give it a punch, and score the triangle, and then down here from the side mark again. And this time we're going to score all the way down on this side, so we're going to have room for our sticky strip. And that's it for the scoring and punching on this. So I'm going to get my paper snips out, and as you can see we have this little score line here with this little wisp of a flap here. So we're just going to take that right off and cut it at an angle. And we're going to get our tear and tape out. And we're just going to come along and cut a little strip. And put that on there. And then just come and angle that one as well. And then we're going to come in with our bone folder, and we're going to crease our score lines. horizontal one as well. And then on these, we're going to give this one here a gentle fold. And with this here, you'll notice that it folds a little bit easier. So we're just going to fold those back and forth. And this last little one here. So normally with boxes you would fold it over to adhere it together, but this one you're just going to take the sticky strip off, and then you're going to line up with that score line. Just like that. Give it a press. And then these are going to fold in like that. So at first it kind of looks, if you looked at it like that, it's a little off. But once we put the tear and tape on, we'll be just fine. So with that seam right there, that'll be the back of your box. But once you fold them together, they're a little, you know, it's off from that flap. So whichever ones you want to go first. So I'm going to do the two sides. So I'm going to put some more tear and tape. On the back, on the inside I should say. So I'm going to adhere it to the opposite flap. And then these two are going to fold over. So I just want to put another piece of tear and tape. Whoops. Little leapfrog there. On this flap. And then on the inside of this one. So we'll take the backing off, she says. Fold that one over, give it a press, and then we're going to take the back off of this one as well. I should have brought my paper piercer. Okay, and then we'll fold that one over as well. And then I just take my scoring tool right here and give it a burnish. Now you can stamp this if you'd like, but for this video I thought I would just share with you the construction of the box. And incidentally, I'm making a bunch of these for my daughter's 13th birthday, which is a week from this Friday, and we always give out treat holders, and she picked this one. And I asked her if she liked it with the confetti step, you know, to stamp on here on the back, and she said, no, I like it plain. And I said, okay, plain it is. So we're going to bring in the 3 5/8 by 3 5/8 designer series piece. We're going to bring in our our trimmer. And we're going to line this up. We're going to score it at 13/16. So I don't know if you can see, but right here, I'm going to score it on this side. So There's 15/16 and then 13/16. So we're just going to line that up and give it a score. Rotate and repeat this process on all 4 sides. And one more turn. And there we go. You can see those little square lines here. So we're going to bring in our bone folder and we're going to burnish our score lines. And there you have it. We're going to bring in our paper snips and we're going to cut on that score line right there and repeat it on the opposite or the other side. Turn it. We're going to score right here, or excuse me, cut. One more time. And then what I like to do is angle these flaps on both sides. And then on the other side as well. And the last one. And then we're going to add the sticky, or excuse me, the tear and tape on all 4 flaps. So I've gone ahead and done that on a second piece to save time. But I forgot to burnish my score lines a little bit there. So we're going to remove the tear and tape backing. And we're going to fold these over, lining that up. Give it a press. Go to the next one. Line that up. Go to the next one. And the last one. And then line that up again. And there's your lid. So, for the stamp sets that I used for this next one, I've used the Balloon Celebration stamp set from the Occasions catalog, and I've gone ahead and I've pre-stamped a balloon, and I punched it out with the balloon punch, going to find it on the catalog for you. And here it is. Actually, it's called the Balloon Bouquet Punch, and it can be found on page 13 in the Occasions catalog. So I've gone ahead and I've punched or stamped the balloon with this little stamp right here in mint macaron. And then I've taken the washi label punch and punched one out of Melon Mambo. And then on Whisper White, I've stamped Let's Party. And that is from the Party with Cake stamp set. And I've adhered them all together. And then on the back I've put 2 dimensionals. So then I'm going to center this on the lid. Just give it a press, and there we are. And then I'm going to take some of the shredded paper and put that inside. And then just put your Ferrero Rocher inside and pop that lid on. And there you have it. One down for my daughter's party next weekend. So I hope you've enjoyed today's project, and I want to thank Jessica Winter again for letting me make a tutorial in inches for everyone that's used to using inches. And you can follow me on my Facebook page, the Queen Stamp Castle. You can order anytime at www.stampinwithlaura.stampinup.net, and my blog is queenstampcastle.blogspot.com. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, give it a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. If you're new to my channel, I hope you subscribe, and happy stamping, everyone.